Cek. Dah. Play. Aduh. Oke, sini apa? Perasaan tadi udah dikecilin lagunya, ya ampun. Tai banget musiknya. Tuh. Halo guys.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city
Nah,
based
ada
not on the man,
subtitle
but on the
lah anjay.
automobile. The car, the symbol of freedom and vitality. Where every man can own his own home and have room to breathe and not be overlooked by his neighbors. A city where a man's home is his castle.
Game capture-nya gak bisa ya. Ya. Nah, sumpah. Lu musik, lu hints. Mana gak ada subtitle, woi. Hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Quarter-acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists.
Masih gak bisa. Aduh. Spesifik. Gimana nih anjay?
The city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire
Hindi
planet.
film.
A city of pioneers.
Hollywood.
A city of dreamers. A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as
Sumpah ini apa ini? Sih, nge-lag kah? Hijau. Eh, astaga. Malas banget cuk gini. Ya, coba dulu.
far as the eye can see. In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for, that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling car 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Anjay polisi ya?
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
Nggak keluar loh, kontol, kontol. Ini subtitle nggak ada lagi. Nah. Ampun. Pusing. Gameplay, sound control. Nah, udah amat anjing. Yo, let's go, let's go. Kenapa lagi nih, woi?
Go right just now.
Woi, ini kenapa, Cok? Kok malah jadi slow mo? Nah, ada. Oh, anjay. Mana kita, Bang? Oh, polis ya, polis.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put two in the Vic's head and then threw his piece.
Siapa?
You guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a low life. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry it up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Happy hand. Jadi budak korporat anjing.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
Probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one.
Udah seru nih kayak ini game ini.
Look at this junk.
Apa itu, Bang?
Any
Have a
ideas?
good look around. It could be anywhere. It's not my job to pick through other people's trash.
Boleh ke atas nggak? Mobil?
You got Phelps? Anything? Jesus.
Wait.
Cole, come take a look at this. I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Suara apa itu? Itu lampu itu kenapa tuh, Bang? People, low location.
We're never gonna find it. It's a waste of time.
Wah, pusing juga nih game anjing. God damn. Masuk ke dalam nggak? Masuk nggak? Nggak bisa. Bentar, aku belum pin. Nggak nge-lag kan? Gua di overload. Mana ya? Mana ya? Mana ya? Scroll, lanjut. Found clue will be at. Ini kan. Kak. Ada pistol.
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right, don't hurt yourself. The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
Iya, gue lagi nyari jalan ini bang.
Building looks vacant. I don't want to wait around all night for the super to let us in.
Wih,
Is there a way up? from the
bisa ya manjat ya.
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
Gimana caranya? Seberang.
How you doing, Cole? Found it yet?
Nih. Gun.
I don't even want to think about what that smells.
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893. Two rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
Lu.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Ya. gun store.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging.
Let's go, boy.
Didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Let's go, boy.
Boy Scout code. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks than help old ladies across the road?
Kita ini polis.
Through the day without the captain foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Minggir.
Take the next left. Take the next left. Turn left up ahead.
Nggak tahu dulu. Gua polisi nih.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order.
Gak ada subtitle
Here's my Smith &
Indonya,
Wesson order
cuk.
book.
Anjay.
Mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Apa katanya? Bentar. Apa katanya tadi? Sabar. Speed and Mission Revolver. Serial numbernya berapa? S71893. Ah, nih.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way,
Gunster
Gunga.
udah apartemen. Let's go.
Take the next right turn. Well, that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
Take the next left.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name. If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Go left just now.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. We really are full of it.
Bisik.
Keep going on this road.
Beli senjata kelihatan ya sama alamat-alamat rumahnya. Gila banget. Apartemen. Lucu.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer.
Scooter.
What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Wih,
You ready, tough guy?
lu bener aja. Hop. Makan nih anjay. Woi. Makan tuh. Wih, si bangun gila.
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
Seems irrelevant.
Nothing.
No good to me.
Apa?
Doubt it.
Apa rokok
This
anjir?
isn't what we're looking for. It doesn't appear to be connected.
Buku.
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
Marah-marah Ini siapa nih?
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
I didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Waktu
Any
muda.
other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. The force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope, or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identifying code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Ada yang ngerampok.
It's the next right. Take it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Wih. Gila. Ini dong, coba tembak kan.
Reinforcements are on the way. Weapons on the way. Nobody covering. Try for the front door. Keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps.
LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you
Not
a
a fucking
chance.
chance, copper. And it's the electric chair.
Tahu lu gua.
How many are in
Pro
there?
player anjay.
Take it slow. Back up.
Anjay, bradel. Nice boy.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear. Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
Nice boy.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from the fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph,
Friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. In my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bauer. I put him away before he jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bauer! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourself. Why, you! Watch it! He's hiding in the alley!
Please.
Bowers, hold it right there!
Stop now or I will shoot. I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, son! Watch your fire!
You don't want to do this, Wendell. Get down from there right now.
Give it up, Wendell!
Stay the hell away from me.
Wih. Anjing.
Kid, you fucking asked for it.
tampol aja itu. Lihat dulu.
No way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers.
You assholes already screwed me once.
Give it up, Bowers. There's nowhere left to go.
Wis.
Looks like
Gila.
we've got the place to ourselves.
Mukul aja gak bisa lu. Makan tuh. Singal lu.
How you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track and
Itu
high
siapa lagi? Aduh bingung banget anjir.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso,
2.
Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Coy. Malah gitu.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. That's good with the Marine Corps.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Apa deh ini?
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
Broad daylight, crowded street. Now I've seen everything. C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Anjir. Kok tangan lagi sih?
We should make sure we check the whole crime scene before questioning the witness.
Y'all seem to be standing around. Shouldn't you be working? Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Oh, jadi itu tadi bosnya.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Hmm. Lu bohong lu
You're lying, Miss Galleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different? How dare you accuse me of lying? God, I think you're horrible.
A man is dead, Miss Galleta, and it's a criminal offense to lie to a police officer. I will take you downtown.
Get out. Get out right now.
Woi,
Send
chill,
anyone to
chill,
the
chill.
policeman if you must, but I won't say another word to you.
Gila lu ya.
Junk.
Nggak bisa dibuka. Ada pistol, Cok.
FN Browning, serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
We have the murder weapon?
No murderer. The girl saw it all, but she clammed up on it. You can trace the gun.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Mister, man, like you always do these battles.
Oi.
What did I tell you about going too hard on the witness? She's a store assistant, not a prison.
Sorry.
That's supposed to be fun. I'm just saying that sometimes Little bedside manner can go a long way.
Turn left up ahead. Since when are you the expert? We got the murder weapon.
You shouldn't dole it out if you can't take it, Phelps. She was a looker, though. Tell me I'm right.
No wonder you're suddenly so obsessed with bedside manner.
Officer, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu
It
was his
is
name.
that.
Thing
Kalu.
looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield Jewelry Store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Invest Harvey siapa sih namanya anjay? Bisa nggak nih mobil orang? Bisa deh.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
But
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
kabur gila.
Kalu, get back here!
Belel ya orang-orang ini. Kenal itu, weh.
Too late, Kalu!
Suspect. Mematikan.
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Nuruh ayo. Bantuin lah.
Kalu, get back here!
Tembak kaki eh. Enggak mati, gila.
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Berhenti. Berhenti.
Kalu, get back here! Shoot the creep!
Berhenti lu. Hold and use to aim. Aim your weapon to flank suspect. Aim.
Too late, Kalu! Stop or I will shoot!
Itu doang, gila.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night.
Terus si cewek tadi gimana anjing? Kita udah fitnah lagi dia bohong.
The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the
Yang nembak
what-ifs,
siapa?
the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who knocked down Malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time, and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation.
Aman kan? Gak patah-patah kan guys?
You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling now?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Come on, Mr. Kalu. Make this easier on yourself. Get it off your conscience.
You think I'm stupid? You think I'll just do whatever you want because you're a nice guy? I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Kenapa keluar anjay?
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
You will need to judge with certain.
You blew a man out of his socks over an empty grudge, you son of a bitch. Do you think I have sympathy for you?
That's the way. Keep needling me. Try the rough stuff, and my lawyer will be making an official complaint. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
You disappoint me, Goldfellows. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Dimarahin anjay.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
Listen to see.
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage. Gage was an asshole, but his death wasn't down to me. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Sabar weh.
You disappoint me, Goldfellows. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage. Gage was an asshole, but his death wasn't down to me. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Wah, susah juga anjay.
You disappoint me, Goldfellows. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. Let's talk about the shooting. Do you deny shooting Everett Gage?
I'm a businessman. I run a jewelry store. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure my lawyer can clear all this up.
You deny owning a Browning pistol, serial number 01138.
I owned a gun, yes, but it was stolen in a burglary a couple years ago. You can't prove I used my gun on Gage.
You had the gun cleaned and bought a new box of ammunition. The store owner remembers you and where you work.
Is that so? It's amazing what the Nebbishes will recall when it suits them.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher? You and that shtup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Yeah.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Thank you, officer.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me
Phelps?
out here in the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine. I'm here to learn, Detective. Oh, he's an intense one, isn't he, Mel? Who's intense? The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars? Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience. What is that supposed to mean? Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bukowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we are partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm gonna start with a
hoi.
case. You okay? I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Come on, Pop. Abandon vehicle.
They really pushed you through quick, didn't they? 6 years on patrol before I got this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors.
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down, my son.
Mary says he's safe. I guarantee he won't.
You know this place? Sure. Near the old gas works and signal depot in the warehouse district. I'll direct.
Straight on here.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Phelps. Are we friends now, Kelsey? We can work together.
Are you fine? Take the next left.
We have to work together. Don't be so touchy. Grew up in San Francisco. Father was a chicken. Went to college at Stanford. Did 2 years ROTC before Marine OCS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early 45 as a first lieutenant.
What are you doing?
So you won the Silver Star. I don't want to talk about it. Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa. No. You were up there all night, draped in the flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready, finished? The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you. I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do? I kept the streets of LA. All units of 159 is declared.
Apa itu?
Can we try to get there in one piece?
Up on the roof, officer. He has a mask on his face. I caught sight when he shoved past me, but be careful. I saw him waving a gun.
Tuh.
Give it up now. Make it easy on yourself. Get the hell away from me.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Nggak mati kan? Yang bilang gagal anjir. Mati gila. Nembak kaki doang.
You, Bukowski? Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working student.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure out. Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
Apa ini?
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the corner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiff as yet.
We have an owner for the car?
Car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right, we'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
Hey boy.
Nice day for it.
How long you gonna keep me here, sir?
I better get back to work, sir.
Apa ini Porsche kah? Okey. Gila.
Victim looks to have lost a lot of blood.
How's the world looking?
Oh, it's the same two of you, son. How about you?
I've got a mystery sample waiting at the lab. Practically over some contaminated soil. My guess.
Incidental.
Apa ini?
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a live pig yesterday?
Kita ke sana, Cok.
Doc, Detective Phelps, what have we got?
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. The victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
Hmm? Live hook. Tuh.
Brand name might give us something to go on.
Int hit.
"32 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here? Happier times, I guess.
Anjing, jelek banget senyumnya, gila. Zoom.
Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it.
Ya, kacamata cowok tadi anjir.
What now?
Have word of the witness. It's not often we get eyeballs in a case like this.
Just move it. Lu bawa mobil. Gak bisa.
620 Bunker Hill Avenue. You know where that is?
Behind Bunker Hill, a couple blocks north of Central Station.
Oh, I knew I should have driven.
Sorry bang.
So, what do we tell the wife?
Play it by the book. There's no stiff yet, so let's see how it plays out. Could be a car theft gone wrong. Make Black drive somewhere lonely, then give him a tap.
But why leave the car?
Look out!
Obviously, someone got a little heavy-handed. It's the wrong way around.
How so, genius?
Really? You've gone to all the trouble to steal a car.
Minggir.
You leave the body behind, not the car. You got something there, though.
Doesn't add up. Read about the guy on the crossing yesterday?
No, what happened?
Over on Lincoln Avenue. This guy's driving along and his oil light comes on.
He's
Stops
on.
the car and gets out. He pops the hood and he's on a rail crossing. Oh, you got it. He's got his head under there checking the oil, and the Southern Pacific freight slams into his car doing 90 miles an hour. Car goes,
Jesus, Cole! Next lap.
What a pointless waste of life.
you'll get plenty of blood and guts and mindless stupidity with traffic, folks. And who needs a Second Amendment when we'll give a goddamn fool the license to get behind the wheel of an automobile?
Left, coming up. If it's a kidnapping, why leave the victim's ID? If it's a murder, why leave the car? The evidence doesn't add up.
Free lesson, folks. Evidence will only get you so far. You ask me, the whole thing feels hinky as hell.
What I wouldn't give to have your powers of intuition.
Don't worry, kid. Keep watching the master and you'll get there one day.
Oh, ini lumayan.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Just a minute.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. Oh, we can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
Margaret Black.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window, at the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Okay, Mr.
We'll
Black.
check the place out. Come on. Have a good look around. There's got to be something in here to go on.
A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Apa nih?
This must be Adrian's.
Ini kacamata yang tadi nih.
So the glasses are a match.
Sama mereknya anjir.
To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
Apa nih?
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home? This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address.
Wah, pusing Adrian nih. Adrian.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
1247.
Help, Detective.
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thank you. Separate bedrooms, separate pictures. What gives here?
Ih, banyak banget clue-nya, cok.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. Very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
So you disposed of the new pair after you killed your husband. You made a mistake in leaving the old pair behind.
I never did! How can you be so heartless, throwing around accusations at a time like this?
Tolol sih dia.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
So nothing out of the usual then?
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
What was the purpose of Adrian's trip to Seattle, Mrs. Black?
He was meeting with some distributors. Adrian said that it was important to make contact interstate if he was going to grow his business.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
You're lying, Margaret. You're a lush. Kavanaugh's is your hangout.
Your tiny mind must really be aching. Do you have any evidence that proves I've ever been in that bar?
Wah, anjir.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I'm going to ring my attorney. I hope you're well paid, detective. Find Adrian, officer. Bring him home, please.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Kafana.
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
Want a tip? Do my coffee faster next time.
Root beers all around, dog.
Looking for someone?
That's one.
You know Frank Morgan?
Sure. Frank's a regular. He's a loner in the back.
Frank Morgan.
Frank Morgan? Who's asking? All right. We need to find Frank Morgan and give him a squeeze.
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does they go?
He just refuses to accompany me to church. J.W. Robinson has a sale. Don't you know?
Cole Phelps, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough.
We found Black's car, abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard? Thought cops had their own bars. Can't have a quiet drink on his own.
When did you last see Adrian?
Hell, I don't know. I had plenty to drink last night. Things are a little sketchy.
If he was on his way to meet you when he went missing, you're going to have to do a lot better than I don't recall.
He had a couple and then left, I guess. Maybe he had to go meet someone. That's the best I can do.
This doesn't add up, Morgan. Your excuses don't help. Let's see how you enjoy the LAPD taking an interest in your life.
You want my opinion? We tell Morgan. I say he's lying, and whatever hole he's got Adrian stashed in, he's got to go back there sometime.
Jadi pakar ekspresi ya, anjir.
Sure left his drink in a hurry. I bet he wishes he'd rehearsed that story better now.
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Kawan anjir.
You want my opinion? We tell Morgan. I say he's lying, and whatever hole he's got Adrian stashed in, he's got to go back there sometime.
Sure left his drink in a hurry. I bet he wishes he'd rehearsed that story better now.
You've got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Bánh turun.
Where are you taking us, Mr. Morgan? Don't put the siren on!
เป็นเช็ด sorry sorry อ่ะ
You want my opinion? We tail Morgan. I say he's lying, and whatever hole he's got Adrian stashed in, he's got to go back there sometime.
Mình turun lagi nih anak.
Sure left his drink in a hurry. I bet he wishes he'd rehearsed that story better now.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive, Cole. Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Where are you taking us, Mr. Morgan?
You've got a pretty funny idea. Check the place out. Come on. Day one in the big time, and you're already tailing drunks home from bars. You having fun yet? I told you it was non-stop glamour working traffic, didn't I? I'm just trying to learn. Oh, come on, Phelps. Save the creepy teacher's pet stuff for Leary. Won't work on me.
Fine.
All right. Let's pay our friend a visit. See if he's missed us yet.
Kemana kita? Ah, ini nih.
Who the hell is that? Will you relax? Jesus, Adrian, I told you, we're in the clear. I'll get it. Ah, shit. It's over, Morgan. Mr. Black? LAPD, give yourself up now!
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'm going to hit him off in the car. Remember, the gun is a last resort.
Wih, ini dia kan?
There's
It's
no
Black.
running, Adrian.
Adrian Black. We're going Adrian Black.
Mr. Black, get back here right now!
It's over, Adrian. Stop right there, Adrian.
Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama?
I thought it would be easier.
No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
Apa dia anjir?
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, you can go a long way in this department.
Ada City deh makanya ganti rugi.
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. PR is one Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good. Get going.
Ini apa nih?
Better go earn our pathetic wages.
Jacobs Bodyguard.
Krinsky, O'Halloran. Intelligence has information on a stolen car wreck.
An abandoned vehicle. Catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps?
Sounds like there's more to it than that. Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
You don't say. You're on fire today, Einstein.
Very funny.
Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world. You hear about Adrian? Boss in Seattle threw him out. Wife says she's gonna take him back. Women generally show more compassion. What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He's humping the secretary. Margaret should show some pride. Pride comes before a fall in the council. Talking from experience. Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. Car's down the alleyway, detective.
We got a call about an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle?
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs. Car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Nggak dapat.
We'll have to use the registration to trace the owner. It's owned by the Argentinian embassy.
Empty.
Nggak ada isi. Kunci roda.
Combination wrench. Must have used it to remove the wheel lugs.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that. I don't think this is going to help us.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Please tell me what's going on.
Don't think this is anything.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment. Dewey
Dewey
Brothers
Brothers.
Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa
Dang.
Thanks, man. Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
What exactly happened here, Mr. Jacobs?
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows, always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyway, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove off, tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared them off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
Can you describe the men?
Like I said, they were beaners.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
You were drunk and it was dark. What's with the smoke screen about the car, Jacobs?
You got better information about that vehicle than I'm giving you? You better use it. I'm about done jawing with you thick-headed sons of bitches.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Did you see them take anything else?
Nope, I don't think so.
That's enough for now. Remember, Jacob, it's an offense to obstruct a criminal investigation. Let's hope you've given us everything.
Jacobs dumped the book he was reading in a hurry when we walked up. Curious what he didn't want us to see?
Bisa diulang gak sih anjir?
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John Madsen by R&I. Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure. Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in trouble?
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you.
Are there any messages for me?
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706, was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thanks.
Wah, banyak nih.
Can you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
We'll follow up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs, and I'll read your report back at the station.
We can visit the Packard dealership or head back to Central and interview this Valdez character. Your call.
This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we've got this year. One more, and I'm number 3.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. All the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
Officer needs help. 333 South Main Street. 333 South Main Street. Officer needs help. 211, the shots fired. Unit to ammo code 3 identified.
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model four-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor, at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me. We keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest. You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do here.
That's not right. One left.
3/4.
Gabriel Delgado is missing a 3/4.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Plat nih.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
everything here is going to be relevant. Doesn't look like anything. Probably nothing.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Packards are great cars, but this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
So Valdez was just driving by and he saw the car.
Yeah, something like that. Happens all the time.
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. Sure as hell isn't here.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves her head in a car door.
Okay, all right. Apartment 3, 103 Hill Street. And tell him from me, if he ever shows his face around here again, I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom Come.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards to steal anything the minute your back is turned.
What are you hiding, Dewey? Spill it. You don't want the LAPD getting too interested in this place.
So I hire a few illegals. It's cheaper than hiring returning GIs, and they have less attitude. Downside is, they're a little light-fingered.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Dewey.
No problem. God damn that kid. I'm just an honest car salesman. Seems like you just don't know who you can trust these days.
Going to movies, Dewey, you're missing your calling. You really ought to take more time over the Packard, Phelps. Let's head back to the empty lot.
Bir saniye ben orada.
Horses there. Step into my office, son. We'll sign some papers. Then that baby's yours.
Yang dong. Kita ada mobil.
You read the story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies? What's a dimension? You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be Z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater.
In God's name, we want it down. I don't know. People scoff at the idea of talking in color. Look what we have now.
KGPL to any unit. The 459 there now on 267 South Main. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Straight over.
Oi, sai.
Francisco Valdez in for questioning?
Sure do, Phelps. Your bird's an interview, too. And get this, he's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch anything. Can you beat that?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
About time. Are you the senior officer I requested?
I'm Detective Phelps, and this is Detective Bukowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you? I am needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
All right, friend. Let's take a deep breath and start all over again.
Mr. Valdez.
Consul General. I insist on my full title.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver arranged the purchase. A disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
Bought a Packard, Valdez? A snob like you doesn't drive an American car. I want answers or I'll smack you around the teeth.
William Dewey offered me a substantial bribe to make a purchase at his establishment. It is not unusual to make this kind of transaction in the civil service.
Tell that to the Argentine taxpayers.
Consul General, we have located your car. Can you tell us how it was stolen?
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terribly inconvenient, of course. I want the perpetrator soundly flogged.
Unfortunately, we don't do that here, Your Worship.
I think you know who stole the car and why they stole it, Valdez.
How dare you! If I was a younger man, I would demand satisfaction. What evidence do you have that links me to the thief? And an apology is in order before I will continue.
Ah, lu gimana sih?
Yeah, no more questions. I am late for an important engagement. When will you deliver my automobile?
You look like you were a big pain in the neck. Now I'm going to go. Do you think it's too late to make a commitment?
Hey, I gave his wife a staff. Good old feeling.
This is the place.
Isn't he the cop that won the medal and is solving all the cases?
Ada anjir.
Go straight through here.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
Delgado.
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our Archangel hasn't already flown.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Where do you see a number 3 marked on that door?
Yes.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police. Policia, you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Policia.
Inside.
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Ms. Rodriguez. We need to take a look around.
But he is not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad. So how far along are you, Anna?
Nearly 20 weeks.
Right. So how's it going to be when you go into labor and he's not around?
You are wrong about Gabriel. He will be a good father. Already he works hard to
Difficult to
provide
tell
for
whether
us.
it's the suspect vehicle from the scene.
Unless you help us here, Anna,
Certainly
your
Gabriel's
little
pride
one
and
will
joy.
be seeing Papa for a very long time.
Ini rokok
I don't
Gabriel.
think so. Optimistic, Cole. Don't think this is any use to us. Serving breakfast for 2, Anna? You should have cleared up.
We really ought to take more time over the Packard, Phelps. Let's head back to the empty lot.
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
been in trouble before. He left you here alone to answer for him, and you expect me to believe that his motive was honor?
Please don't yell at me. I've done nothing wrong.
Circumstantial.
Apalagi cuy digeledah.
Diplomatic license plates.
Banyak plat anjay.
Nothing significant. Not sure this means much.
Benih obeng. Bukan. Nah, ini bannya.
Looks like Valdez gets his wheel back. You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him so angry. He went out to his shed and put some things in it. I don't know what, and I don't want to know.
Itu.
I love him.
I love Gabriel.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
Oh, ini gimana nih? Dia beneran nggak tahu bagaimana?
You pretend to be concerned for me, but you would take him straight from here to a cell.
Gak bisa nih.
Gabriel wasn't at work. Where can we find him?
He said he would never go back. Gabriel is out driving around in his car.
If you don't tell me where he is right now, Anna, I'll put an APB out on him and ask them to shoot on sight.
Please, please don't kill him. I can't tell you anymore.
As soon as we corner Gabriel, we'll be back for you, Anna. You had your chance to cooperate.
What the hell?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. Don't worry, I've got an idea.
Males. Ayo juga Gabriel nih.
Never understood it. The more rotten the boyfriend, the more loyal the girl will be. She's going to warn him, Phelps. We need to follow her. Too close, Phelps. You're way too close.
Wait aja.
The brakes, Cole. Some room. You've got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps. That ought to do it. Now get back in close.
All units in the vicinity. Citizen reports at 415 at the corner of Banning and Santa Fe. Suspect vehicles engaged in illegal street racing. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Balapan deh anjir.
Quick! They're getting away! Phelps, 1247. Request
requesting assistance at First and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. Getting away. We're gonna lose him.
Woi, santai boy. Teman tipu ya.
Step on it, fellas. Take him out.
Lay on his wheel arches. Come on.
The hell? Woi, mobil gua kebakar, Bro.
God damn it, Cole. Hold it steady.
Mobilnya rusak, gila.
Gabriel Delgado, you're under arrest for Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, ini dia Gabriel Delgado.
You puto! You just speak to a maricon. Valdez, I shot him. Now who's the man? I should have burned his fucking car.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and kitty raper. Car dealer we're gonna let slide and kickback. This punk car dealer tell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That Detective Phelps.
Udah jam 6, coy. Buka. Buka.
Just like that one. That's textbook policing and we need more of it in this department.
Buka, guys. Nice, bintang 3, cok. Gila.
You have any plans for weekend Liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want Liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend Liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso? Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Gila. Wih.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
I want to make it. You know you make it.
Let's go, boy. Mau buka, boy.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. And Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She's suffering.
I don't know, Cole. He's an easy make, and the DA likes him.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How you do that?
Give him something better.
Anjir.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson. Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Her name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Suaranya gila banget. Cerak. Cool ini. Cool. Cool.
Phelps landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind. Patterson has life insurance.
Oh, ini alamat.
We can notify next of kin. What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent foot ornament. Those things are killers.
Dia dari kafe mana tadi?
Body traveled a good 20 feet. This blood is a long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell. So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
It's all yours, Detective.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
And what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument, Perry.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Go on.
Then a third person. Another man got involved.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
Certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry.
I don't mean.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor?
Siapa ni?
Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Why are you lying, Lynch? What are you covering up?
Is that the best you've got? You expecting me to confess to being the driver? I'd suggest you speak to someone who saw what happened. I'm about done speaking to you.
Oh, kalau dia bohong, sudah bukti.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah, Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No, he came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks for your help.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's.
Aku ada pisau anjir.
knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
You know the way. You can drive.
Smooth. Jam 4:30 anjir. Ngapain?
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here.
I beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get him a stake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Sabo has no money. This place can't be worth much. Where is the money coming from?
My father left me this house and some money. Lester took out a second mortgage. I held on to the money and kept my mouth shut. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Gue gak live.
Optimistic, Cole. Doesn't give me anything to go on. This doesn't pertain to the case. I don't think so.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help,
Buka cu.
detective?
Buka guys.
Please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Cuk. Ya aku lanjut nanti deh. Karena mau buka dulu guys. Buka dulu. Nanti lanjut lagi ya. Thank you yang udah nonton. Jangan lupa di like, komen, sama subscribe ya. Nanti aku lanjut lagi habis sholat isya. Thank you.